Did you know that if you invent something while working for a company, you might not own it? Even if you create it outside work hours, your employer could still claim rights over it. This is day 58 of building an AI startup in 120 days. In Kenya, the Industrial Properties Act, Section 30, makes it clear on who owns a patent or utility model depends on where, when, and how it was developed. So let's break it down. Now, there are two scenarios when you're employed. If that's the first one is if you created it as part of your job. This means if your invention is related to a job role or was developed using company resources, the employer outrightly owns it, even if you worked on it at home. This could mean your laptop, computer. These are company resources. One, and if also if your contract states that all work related inventions belong to the company, then legally you do not have a claim. The second scenario is when if you created it outside your job scope. So that means that the invention has nothing to do with your job and wasn't developed using company resources. That means in this case you own it. But then again, you have to look at your contracts. Some employment contracts claim ownership over any invention made during employment. So always read the fine print. Okay, the question is, can you get paid for your invention if your employer owns it? Under the Kenyan law, that is same law like Industrial Property Act. I think Section 30. If your invention makes the company a lot of money, you may be entitled to financial compensation. However, this depends on company policy and contracts agreement. And an example of where this thing has happened is maybe with Safaricom, where there's the urban legend about someone who developed Call Me Back, one of these Safaricom services. To probably check out on that. But this is something that can absolutely happen. So, as an employee who likes tinkering with things, before you develop something new, check your contract. Does it say your employer owns everything you create while working there, or only job related inventions? Now, next we'll talk about who owns an invention. If you're a university student, I think also tell me, do you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair?